Hi everyone, happy Thursday. How's everybody doing? So today I wanted to share a really awesome, powerful tip that you might want to start to integrate into your morning if you want to be able to get more done all day long. So today I'm going to be sharing with you one of the vitality pillars from inside the Refresh and Revitalize program. So what we're going to be talking about today is something that you can start to integrate into your day. If you want to go from being kind of overwhelmed and exhausted and just kind of running on the treadmill of trying to do everything and trying to get it all done, and not taking some time for yourself, to being somebody who's really clear, energized, empowered, and knowing that how you feel influences everything, and that when you carve out time for yourself, it actually is such a powerful way to impact the success of your business and your productivity throughout the day. So if you guys are feeling that and you want to know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. Awesome. It's looking good. Looking good. All right. So how's everybody doing today? Where are you on the planet? As you might be able to hear, I am in the middle of a rainstorm. Luckily, I'm inside and dry, but this is our wintry conditions here in Maui. But I know that many of you are dealing with some serious winter conditions. So let me know in the comments how you're doing and what your week has been like and what's been up for you. So today I'm going to be sharing one of the vitality pillars that we need to be practicing in order to optimize our health and happiness. And this is just one of 5, but I wanted to share this because this is a really powerful tool for you to start to integrate into your morning and into your day throughout the day, because I know we all have a lot to do, right? And especially as business owners, the struggle is real. There's a lot going on, and you're like, okay, this project, that project, right? And so, of course, sometimes when the first thing we do when we wake up is like, we might be tempted to grab the phone and get going, right? Let me know. It's okay. No shame in that game, because we've all been there. Let me know in the comments if you can relate to that. But what I wanted to share with you today, one of the vitality pillars that I wanted to share with you today is be still. Be still. This coming from somebody who moves around a lot and talks really fast is really, it's definitely a tool that I found really helpful. So let's be real. We all can fall into that like squirrel, shiny object. Let me know if you can relate to that. And that's all the more reason why it's important that we practice stillness. And a lot of people think stillness and they think, okay, meditation, I got to get out my cushion and do all of the things. And that might be how you practice being still. But there's so many ways that you can practice being still that, that work for you. And from somebody who, me, is like very in the head a lot of the time, I will admit to you that I need to do like 5, like 2 or 3 things to find that stillness. And there is such a beautiful experience in that, because that's where our creativity comes from. That's when we start to really feel grounded and centered within ourselves. And if we wake up and the first thing we do is grab our phone and we're like, okay, what happened on Facebook? Go to Instagram, check my emails, and start the day like that, it creates a little bit of a frantic energy in us, because it's really just kind of taking us into that go mode right away. So let me know if you can relate to that. And if that's, something that you're willing to integrate into your life, because when we recognize that how we feel influences everything, then that takes us into a very empowered place, because that means we're going to make time for ourselves so that we are doing things that help us to feel good. And so there's many tools, many pillars to that, but the one today that I wanted to share was to be still. So how can you be still? A great way that you could practice that right now is, if you happen to have snow falling around you, looking outside and, watching that happen just for a couple minutes. And I know you might be thinking like, okay, how is that going to increase my productivity, help me get more done, and help me like be on my game? Being able to give yourself that space to just take a deep breath, and even if it's 3 deep breaths to be still, my friend, it really does help impact how you feel in that moment, and therefore it really helps you to show up in that place of feeling calm and feeling grounded. So welcome everybody. We are talking today about one of the vitality pillars that helps you to thrive, and that is being still. And that's not just, holding your body in a posture and being still. It's more about your mind, right? So our minds tend to be very busy. You've probably heard this tossed around that we have like an attention span shorter than a goldfish, or we all tend to be like very, shiny object. And especially as business owners, we're like, okay, what's next? What's the big strategy? What do I got to do now? Okay, I got to get on Clubhouse. Maybe I host a room. There's a lot of demands on your attention, right? And so it's really important that you recalibrate periodically. And that's what, as somebody that's empowered and cares about how you feel, is even if you just give yourself like 3 deep breaths and focus and really become very still and very clear, when we move from that place, then we're feeling really tapped in, that we're feeling in the flow, if you will, feeling inspired. And so giving yourself that little window of time, that little window of stillness is a powerful tool. So I was saying, if you are in a place where you have the snow falling, even if you just make it a point to look out the window and just be present to the beauty of it for a couple deep breaths, that's amazing. For example, I love to listen to the rain. I love to do yoga when it's raining, and right now it's pouring rain over here. And so I've been enjoying that. And it might seem one of those like, oh, that's so like woo-woo or just way out there. It's really quite powerful when you can give yourself that little minute, right? Especially for somebody who's got a lot on the go and you feel like you're in that overwhelmed, you're driven, because I know you love what you do and you keep showing up, but you might feel like you're in that sort of frantic, overwhelmed state all the time. And being still, whatever that looks like and feels like to you, is just an opportunity for you to take a deep breath. So I wanted to talk about that today. I wanted to talk about being still. So let's talk about how you can do that, right? So we've talked about maybe watching the snow, listening to the rain. Breathing is one that's like game changer. So what you can do is just sit up nice and tall, shoulders back, and you're going to breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Try it again. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Shift your focus right to the center of your heart. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep going. Your breath is your most powerful tool to bring you back to center, to lower your stress levels within 3 deep breaths, shifts your brain out of survival mechanism into thriving mechanism, which is of course beneficial for your overall health, your vitality, your immune system, but ultimately for your creativity. So a couple more big deep breaths. Allow yourself to kind of drop down, root down into your seat or your feet, whatever makes sense to you, and then breathe in and filling yourself up with this life force energy, the breath, the prana, the vitality. Okay, open your eyes. Tell me, how do you feel now? Tell me how you feel. Somebody in the comments, let me know how you're feeling. Because if your brain is in that frantic go mode all the time, you're in a survival state. Your cortisol levels are high, which means that your inflammation levels might be high, which means that you're more likely to store excess weight or calories in your body. So it's really, really important that you are shifting out of that go, 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 go. Amber feels refreshed. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So when we take the time to recalibrate and get into that calm state, by being still, by practicing that vitality pillar, then it really allows you to move out of that frantic, million things on the to-do list state into a very calm and empowered state, because that's the state that we want to be moving from. And if you take the time to do that, even just as simple as deep breathing, maybe you want to do visualization of your goals, meditation, whatever it is that you like to do, taking some time to be still first thing in the morning really allows you to ground yourself. Right? Because going right into it, grabbing your phone and it really shifts the state that you're in. And if you can come at the day, if you can step into the day in that very empowered place, calm, centered, grounded, creative, inspired, and then ready to go from that place, guaranteed you're going to feel more energized, you're going to feel more excited about the day, and not in that frantic, like, got to get it all done energy, because that's when we start to kind of lose our flow, we lose our creativity, we start to feel that like pitter patter of stress in our body. And so it's really important that you dedicate just a little bit of time for yourself in throughout the day, and ideally in the morning, carving out that time for yourself, because you know how you feel when you do, and you know how that really lends to you feeling good throughout the rest of the day. And if you get to that like pitter patter frantic state, be still, go outside, do whatever you need to do to recalibrate yourself, because when you come from that place of being that version of you, that energized and empowered version of you, then, my friend, it is pretty amazing. So Amber says, yes, stress takes over when you don't take time for yourself, for sure. It totally does. It totally does. And that's like, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate your honesty because, you know, as business owners, as people that are excited about what we're doing, we're very driven and we're excited and we want to get things done, but that can lead to overwhelm. So recalibrating, lowering your stress, taking that time, carving out time for yourself in the morning, just to even do that is so, so powerful because it will then impact the rest of your day, impact how you feel, impact you on a very deep physiological level. So your body and how it feels, because when you're feeling good, then everything else starts to be easier, right? And you are so essential in your life and your business that, my friend, you got to make time for yourself to feel good. It just boils down to it like that. It's just that simple, is that when you feel good, that's the magic sauce for everything else unfolding in a really awesome way. So that was my message, my little public service announcement for the day. We talked about one of the vitality pillars that's part of the Refresh and Revitalize program. So we've talked about the vitality pillar that you can start to integrate now. Be still. Turn off the squirrel mind just for a second and be still, right? So that's really key. It's a super powerful tool. If you're just joining us, all good. You can go back and catch that later. Finding out a way that helps you to really recalibrate is key. So I wanted to share that with you, and I also wanted to invite you. I'm doing a free Master Your Morning workshop on March 18th, and I'm going to be sharing inside that workshop 5 tips to help you rise and thrive. So 5 ways that you can start to create your morning routine, master your morning, so that you are going from that feeling driven but very overwhelmed state to feeling energized and empowered, so that you're showing up from that place in everything that you do. So I'm going to drop the link for that here. And if you have any questions, I would love to have you, reach out, send me a DM, drop it in the comments below. Definitely save your spot and get on the guest list for the workshop that's happening on March 18th. I know it's a bit of ways away, but I get excited about stuff like this. So I wanted to share that pillar with you today of being still and how you can integrate that into your day, how it will help you feel better now and later on today, as well as invite you to the workshop that's happening on the 18th. So have a beautiful rest of your day, everybody. And thanks so much for being part of this community. And we have awesome things coming beyond just the workshop. I have something that's happening ahead of that you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for, because it is going to be an amazing experience with amazing people from around the world, and the chance to win 3 prizes that are going to be stacked with awesomeness. So stay tuned for that. It's coming soon. Other than that, have a beautiful rest of your day. Stay warm, stay dry, take care, breathe deep, and do whatever you can to boost your vitality and show up and rock it as your amazing and beautiful and wonderful and energized and empowered self. Okay? Promise? All right. And take care. If you need any support with anything, definitely reach out, and I am here to help you however I can, and I will see you soon. Bye.